1983 with another speed build. I'm going back to nostalgia mode for this one. I have a house that was owned by my grandparents, my other grandparents. This is my grandma Klose's house. She lived in it for, oh my goodness, from 1955 until 1997 or something like that. So crazy long time. It was a Sears Roebuck catalog home. I think it was originally built in 1897. So it's got some history to it. So she has moved away from this house long time ago. So I'm going based on memory and the fact that it's on Zillow because it's been for sale a couple times. So it's got a basement and 2 floors. So let's start in the basement. Basement has access to the outside. They have one of those tornado doors, or had one of those tornado doors. Downstairs was pretty simple. Couple rooms. There was an open bathroom in the kind of the work area where the laundry room was. I remember my grandma would, in the staircase, she would like house a lot of her pantry items because the walls were exposed to the studs up at the top of the stairs, and so they put all their like potato chips and stuff there, which was kind of funny. All right, so one thing I wasn't able to do, I tried my hardest, but even with the move objects sim thing, it wouldn't let me. But she had a built-in bookshelf underneath her staircase, which I thought that was the coolest thing ever, but I couldn't get it to work. I was so upset. So maybe you can get that to work. All right, in the front, she had this entryway, and then there was a small room off of the entryway. Now, it had a closet in it, but it's such a small room that I was like, nah. And she would use it for the toys for the grandkids. And so it was always cold in there because there wasn't even a heat vent in there. And so, like, it just, we'd go in there, grab the toys, which were cold, and bring them inside. She had the whole house renovated when my mom graduated from high school in the 70s. And so let's just say there was a lot of 70s touches in the house. There was orange and brown shag carpeting. There was lime green shag carpeting. It was a fun it was a fun house, and I really miss it. It was such a good house to be in. So when you came in off of the entryway, there was a living room and kitchen area with a bar, and yes, she had green appliances. And she had a wall oven, which I thought was the coolest thing ever when I was a kid. And the best I can do in Sims is to have the oven sitting on the counter. Next to the kitchen, there's a small bathroom. The kids liked to use this bathroom because it was so small, and I can't even make it as small as it actually was in this game because there's just no way for it to do that. So picture it about half the size of what it is right now. Then there's the stairs down to the basement, and then they had this wonderful screened-in porch that we would use throughout the year for birthdays and that kind of thing. And it was just a cool place to go, and my grandpa would sit on this bench and feed all the squirrels. He had all these squirrels that loved him because he fed them. Anyway, there's a formal dining room with she would always have her piano there. This is not the exact model of her piano, but it was as close as I could get it. And then there was a more formal living room, and she had like a really cool looking hutch with a built-in desk, which I tried to recreate here. It wasn't built in though, so she was able to bring that with her. I think actually my mom got it. So And she always would have a blue Christmas tree, a flocked Christmas tree with blue lights. And so I decided to put that in here too, just as a permanent staple. And she, at one point, got this wraparound couch, and we thought it was the coolest thing ever. But as a kid, the kids spend most of our time upstairs. And she had this really great linen closet over here. This is the best way I could do it, at the top of the stairs. There's the bathroom, which was right at the top of the stairs. So 2 bathrooms in this house. The bathtub, and then the sink and toilet. The owner's room is over here. She always had it in like pinks and grays. And she had this really cool princess phone in there, and it was like, I think I still have it somewhere in my house, actually, the princess phone. Anyway, and then over here was the green bedroom. The green bedroom was my mom's and her sister's when she was a kid, and that's where most of us kids would sleep if we were staying over at Grandma Klose's house. And it had a wood paneling in it, which I thought was the coolest thing, but my mom didn't think was as cool. And we would sit there and watch cable because we never had cable. My parents never wanted to buy it for us, so we would watch Nickelodeon at Grandma's house. And then there is the red room, and the red room was so creepy to me. I don't know why it was, but they would have their encyclopedias in there, and I would run in there and grab an encyclopedia and just read encyclopedias when I was at my grandma's house, because I was a nerd. I'm still a nerd, but I would not want to stay long in there. And it was one of those rooms where it necessarily didn't have to be creepy, but just the fact that it had the red wallpaper, and of course it didn't have bats, but this is the closest I could get in The Sims. But it had those like paintings of people in there where their eyes would move, and they were like those mass-produced paintings that you can like find them at antique stores and stuff. But man, that was a creepy room. But that was the boys' room. So like I didn't really have to deal with it. I stayed in the green bedroom, and that's where I was. So it's a pretty simple house. Lots of memories, oh my gosh. It's a pretty common like Sears catalog house, but it meant a lot to me to make it out of on The Sims, that I could bring my Sims in there. Anyway, I hope you really like this one. I really liked making it. And if you do like it enough, you can download it from the Sims Gallery. Just look for Green Monsters 83. And I hope you enjoy it.